Is that good? That's good. Emancipate yourselves from repairing your LUXE, 'cause every time you do, you cock it up. Morning, dudes. Let me just turn my music down. That was my Bob Marley LUXE jam there. No, I won't say it. I wanted to show you something that I make for testing guns with you. And something that's really good for testing LUXEs. Now, I've got LUXE in my hands. This is a gun in my hands that you can't see outside the screen. I'm not doing something else, right, fellas? Like clipping my toenails or anything. Anyway, look, I've got a LUXE, right? Now, when you plug a bottle into this LUXE, it leaks, okay? Now, normally, your LUXE would be, sorry for all this Heath Robinson, not Heath Ledger, Heath Robinson, okay? Heath Robinson means something you've contrived and put together to make do. Long story. Anyway, so you've got your LUXE like this, and you've got a leak inside the trigger frame, and of course it's very hard to find because you need to screw the bottle into the trigger frame to make the gun leak, okay? Now, what a lot of people don't know is that, I'm not actually doing Michael Caine. This is it's Jimmy Caine Savile. Only the Northern Gamer chums will get that one. Anyway, so we've got a leak inside the gun. What we're going to do? First off, we're going to take off the red cover. Here's one I prepared earlier. And then we're going to unscrew the red. And then with my magic Allen key, peanut butter sandwiches, all the screws undo themselves. It's like, no, better not. But don't go there. Better not on my YouTube channel. Jesus, man, I don't know. I can't say anything. Anyway, so look, now we've got a gun without a trigger frame on that we want to fill with air. But you're like, Jesus, if you do that, all the air's going to come out through a little hole at the bottom. Uncle Gommy, he has solutions for such a thing. What we have, let me just unscrew this, hands outside the screen again, and I'm sure he's up to something. I've just discovered it, can't leave it alone. I am self-milking. So funny. I've just been self-milking all night. Well, all night? Yeah, all night. Here, shake hands. Anyway, what you can do is you can screw in a normal paintball regulator. Now, this one happens to be off an ion, okay? Doesn't have to be off an ion. It would be better if your regulator is, say, under 250 psi, so you don't cause any damage. So you're not going to be putting a mega bloody high regulator in it. Now look, on the bottom of this regulator, I happen to have an ASA off a paintball gun. But you don't have to have the ASA on the regulator, okay? You could have between here, say, a remote line, a macro line, anything like that, alright. It's like loiterers in the background, loiterers. Guess Gary owes me tea duty for a week. It's luxury. He's my tea bitch for a whole week. He's my tea bitch. Yeah, girlfriend. You know how valuable that is, right? Anyway, now look, what you can do, coil line or whatever, you can now screw your paintball bottle straight into this device. This is a bit awkward. Normally I would have a coil line on it, but bear with me. Okay, I'm sure you can imagine a coil line or a macro line, okay? Now, when I switch this on, yes, I know the gun's not leaking because I've already fixed it. Sergeant Ollie Henry, I love it when he does that. Okay, no nuts, I know you're sitting on the sofa saying. Now, remember the video about what solenoid types you have? Yes, you do, because you've watched it, right? And you've remembered and you've put it in practice. Now, remember that this type of noid, the silver and black one, has a mechanical button on it. So guess what I can do without the trigger frame? I can. Right, so what do I gain from this exercise? What I gain from this exercise is, I know this LUXE works from, shall we say, the waist up? That's fair, that's a nice way to say it. We'll say from the waist up. We could say for the receiver area, but I don't want to like melt your head. So we're just going to say from the waist up, okay? So now I know that the top end of this Lux is absolutely fine and it's got no leaks. I can then go on to assemble and address any problems with the programming on the board, because you know, we've just come back from the I was going to say PSP. I've just come back, not a small Sony handheld gaming device, but a series of paintball events in America. But we have just come back from the Millennium. Confused? You will be. We've just come back from the meals this weekend. Guys with their dwell set at 25. Why's your dwell set at 25? Don't know. You ever tried lowering the dwell? No. Have you ever tried going on YouTube looking for dwell settings? No. You ever tried reading the manual? No. Okay. What do you want me to do? Fix it. Okay. Dwell 25. 24. 23. That's the voice on the board, by the way. 22. 21. I'm not going to go all the way down. Anyway, I wrote some poetry. I thought if you might like to hear Gommy poetry, okay? And my poem is called 1 Million. You ready? 1, 2, and it goes on, so and so, but I won't do the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty pants. But, if you want me to make you up one of these, if you've got a team, something like that, and you need an easy way to test your Lux, send me a bang, put you know, something here on YouTube, or please remember my email is gommy404@hotmail.co.uk. I used to have it on the wall, plastered in my old workshop, so you can go back to any of the videos and find my emails. Loads of people saying they can't get hold of me. Come on, dude, seriously, man. I'll tell you what, you can just go on Google and just type in gommy404. You'll get a rude one, which is nothing to do with me, alright? The rude one has nothing to do with me, right? Someone impersonating me doing something on a bed. It's nothing to do with me at all, alright? Don't know what he's doing, I've never seen it. But just go gommy404 and it will direct you to my email. How easy is that? And you know me, man, I like to help people who like to help themselves. In fact, if you help yourself, dudes, I'll bend over backwards for you, you know what I'm like? Don't go there, you dirty bugger. Anyway, until such a time as I put up a new video, or we see you again, I will have some Millennium stuff coming when I get round to editing it. And some carburetor stuff as well for Suzuki's, for those of you who also own motorcycles and would like to fiddle around with them. But until such time, I'm out of here. From me and from Gary, we'll see you soon. Ta-da, bye!